Hi there, I'm Lee, welcome back to the channel. I've got a nice training routine for you here. We're going to build up these drills for skills. We're working on covering the hook, dealing with the hook in different ways. We've got 3 movements for you to learn. The first one here is the cover, and then we've got 3 full routines that we're going to put together. So do them in order, build up your skill, and all we're doing here is feeding punches to one another just so we can time the cover. The idea is for the puncher just to present something to be blocked. The idea isn't to try and clean the clock. As you can see, we're training without head guards. And in this example, we don't even have gum shields in because it's controlled work. The aim is not to punch your partner. The aim is to hit them if they don't block. But the main part of the drill, the main idea, is get used to covering. Just cover. Here we're throwing 5 for 5 and just passing it back and forth, getting used to the range and getting used to seeing the punch, just training your brain and training your eyes. Stage 2 follows the same format. You're going to feed 5 punches in a row and your partner's going to do the same back to you. The defense this time is to bob and weave, to roll under the punch. Make sure that you're not just going straight down and straight up. Roll with the punch and then come back underneath it. You can see we're maintaining about the same distance from each other here. The idea right now is not to move about too much, just to get used to someone standing in front of you and you know what's coming. But it builds up the muscle memory. You get used to the movement, you get used to the technique. There's no danger of picking up an injury, so your adrenaline isn't going to be going, it's not going to be clouding your judgment. You aren't going to be worried while you're doing the techniques. You're going to be calm and relaxed. Just bob and weave, nice and calm. Now you can see I'm aiming at Jake's head when he stood up. I'm not following his head down, I'm aiming at where his head would be. He does the same back to me. The third technique today is the sit back. You're going to keep your guard high and your feet are going to stay in relatively the same position. As the hook comes in, just sit back. Engage your abs, keep your core tight. You sit back as soon as the punch misses, you're coming back in. With my more advanced videos, I'm going to be showing you how to pop counters in from here. But for now, just get used to the movement. Just get used to swaying back. And if you step back a little bit, make sure you immediately return back to position, just like Jake's doing here. And you can see as I'm sitting back, I'm swaying back. It's a small movement, but I'm still keeping my guard up, just in case. If someone really commits on it, you don't want to get caught with your hands down, Anderson Silva style, and get clocked. Here we go again, just back and forth, nice and relaxed. Now when you've got a good understanding and you're comfortable with the first 3 movements, you're going to do them randomly. So the attacker feeds 5 punches in a row, just like before, but your defense is random. Bob and weave, sit back, or cover. You can do them in any order, you can repeat them, you can randomize them. What this does is it keeps your partner throwing the punch straight towards your head, and it builds up your ability to think and to change and to pick options while you're in the pocket, while you're close enough to be hit. Because what happens when you spar is sometimes you get overwhelmed with techniques. So here you're building up your brain and your body's ability to pick and to choose correct techniques. You get hit, it's not too serious, it's not too fast, so you won't get hurt. Here you can see the punches, they're coming a lot closer to my head now. This second flow drill is just a step up in coordination for you. It's going to build your timing a bit more, and trust me, this is going to get your heart rate up. You just go 1 for 1 now. Instead of 5 punches for 5 punches, 1 for 1. And randomize the defense. Block, duck, or sway back. Just keep it going. If you get hit, if you get caught, just smile it off, enjoy the drill, and move faster next time. Flow drill number 3 is where we put it all together. We're going to keep taking turns, going 1 shot for 1 shot, but now instead of keeping, relatively in the same position, you can see we're starting to circle off. We're moving left or right. It's always good to pause and say goodbye to your friends. Go straight back into the drill. Here we go. Footwork, footwork, footwork. Always moving. So you're not quite sure when they're going to pull the trigger. You're not quite sure when they're going to throw that shot. This is where you can really start having fun with it. Keep it light, but just take the pace up. If you're more experienced, you can start to bang, but put your gum shields in. See you in the next video. Peace.